We will pass now from review of the life and work of Alice Bailey in general to a brief outline of her thought and writings, keeping in mind that the writing was largely not her own, but a transmission of the teaching of her master. The spirituality that was the focus of her writings can be defined in conventional terms as a synthesis of many subjects, including psychology, philosophy, cosmology, religion, spiritual anatomy, and human relations. In many ways, it was the work of Alice Bailey that defined and shaped the spiritual significance of the phrase New Age. That said, it should be noted that the phrase New Age has taken on popular, one should say illusory or glamorous meanings in the minds of many. The popular understanding of the phrase is superficial and in many cases outside of or even contrary to Bailey's thought. In metaphysical terms, Bailey's work can be defined as an expression of the ageless wisdom. It seeks to expound science or spiritual science underlying the whole universe. There is perhaps one word and one theme that is foundational and runs like a golden thread tying together all her works. That word is unity. And there is one word that qualifies and informs that unity, and that word is love. The teaching is, there is one life in and through all things. And there is one motive that defines the true path, and that is love, the basis of the brotherhood of all humanity. Over this foundation, her writings build a many-faceted structure that defines soul, personality, right human relations, and the relation of God and man. Over it we see outlined the nature of religion in both its superficial and true sense, and over it we see outlined the nature of spiritual evolution. In this ageless wisdom teaching there is one God, spirit, energy, principle, cause. From that comes a trinity, three, and also 7 facets or dimensions of life. These are the rays of the one life that is in and through all things and defines their essential and formal nature. Alice Bailey's writings use both esoteric or specialized vocabulary and also a plain language vocabulary. To read her with some understanding, as with many academic disciplines, requires the careful learning of this special vocabulary. In addition, many writings use what are called reformative definitions. This is when a word is used in a special sense where it is redefined or given a fresh meaning that does not correspond to the conventional one. The writings of Alice Bailey make considerable use of such definitions. To understand her writing, it is necessary to approach these new meanings. There is one key thing that distinguishes the religious aspects of her writings from conventional religion. Though the writings place love and wisdom above intellect, yet independent thought is regarded as of vital importance. We see this in the following passage, which I offer by way of conclusion. The books that I have written are sent out with no claim for their acceptance. They may or may not be correct, true, and useful. It is for you to ascertain their truth by right practice and by the exercise of the intuition, Neither I nor AAB is the least interested in having them acclaimed as inspired writings, or in having anyone speak of them with bated breath as being the work of one of the masters. If they present truth in such a way that it follows sequentially upon that already offered in the world teachings, if the information given raises the aspiration, the will to serve, from the plane of emotions to that of the mind, the plane whereon the masters can be found, then they will have served their purpose. If the teaching conveyed calls forth a response from the illuminated mind of the worker in the world, and brings a flashing forth of his intuition, then let that teaching be accepted, but not otherwise. If the statements meet with eventual corroboration, or are deemed true under the test of the law of correspondences, then that is well and good. But should this not be so, let not the student accept what is said.